What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. So the purpose of this video, I was looking back at the first video I ever did on YouTube. Was July 8th, 2014, over 9 years ago. And thought it would be fun to, kind of reminisce, look back at my top 50 cards at the time, over 9 years ago, and just see, do I even have the card still? And where does it rank in my collection? You guys know I've added a ton to my collection over the last 9 years, and you guys have joined me along that journey. So I don't know. I thought it would be fun to kind of look back at those first 50 cards and see where they're at. Before I get into that, of course, very disappointing end to the Yankee season. Brutal way to end. I think they ran out of gas. It was tough enough to beat the Guardians, and then they just couldn't hit at all against the Astros. And then, of course, I opened up a rookie explosion box, and the one big card that I hit was this Justin Verlander rookie, which I thought was really funny. What is this? 2000, probably, was it 2005 Topps? So open up a pack of 2005 Topps. And, with the rookie explosion box, you only get one pack, and hit the Justin Verlander. So thought that was kind of funny that was the one big card that I hit out of that box. One other thing before I get started, wanted to mention, I did get another big card. It's been a while. I haven't gotten a big card since the Jackie Robinson rookie, and here it is. Decided to pick up, and you can see I got a couple of my wrestling cards in the background. The 1982 wrestling Ric Flair in a 6. I thought it was in pretty nice condition. It's a little off center, left to right, but wanted to add that to the Hulk Hogan card that I got. Would love to pick up the Andre the Giant card eventually, and ever since the National in Chicago. I've been wanting to, because I saw Ric Flair there, and saw him at the elevator actually at the National, and been wanting to pick up this card. So, woo! Finally picked it up. So, all right. So looking back at my top 50 cards, so this was number 50 in my original video. This card was ungraded at the time. I sent it off, I guess, at some point to PSA, and it came back as a 4. I thought it was kind of interesting. So this was my 50th ranked card, and now I have all of my graded cards. I have about 500 to 600 graded cards in vintagecardprices.com. I have them all cataloged there. And right now it is ranked based on the cards that are graded in my collection 374th. So it would have dropped 324 spots to 374 from the time that I got it. It's a beautiful card. 1970 Topps Reggie Jackson back when he was with the Oakland Athletics. At number 49, so it was the Dave Winfield rookie. Now, the card that I featured in that video, I no longer have. I think I included it as part of a giveaway at some point. And I remember the back of it was like this one's a little bit off, but it was like way off on the card that I had. And I ended up giving it away at some point. And I remember because I did that, I actually didn't have a single card from 1974 Topps that was graded. And so I went out and replaced my Dave Winfield rookie with this one. So this is not the card from the original video, but this is the replacement. I ended up, of course, having to get it in a PSA 9. At number 48, 9 years ago, it's interesting that this was in there. Julio Urias, who's been a fantastic pitcher for the Dodgers. I'm sorry. It was actually the Molitor, 78 Topps Molitor Trammell was number 48. I do not own that card anymore. I ended up giving it away. And at number 47 was the Julio Urias. Is it Urias? I still don't know if I'm saying that right. But this is from 2013 Bowman Sterling. This card is actually done pretty well because, you know, he's lived up to expectations. But even with that being said, this is, in terms of where it would rank now, it would be 193rd. So it went from my 47th ranked card to my 193rd ranked card. It's down 146 spots over that 9-year period. The next card that I had it would have been number 46, was the 1955 Bowman Andy Pafkow. And so this I had at 46. It's now ranked at 459th in my collection. I think I had it ranked really high because it was a BVG 7, so it was like a higher grade. But BVG and like kind of, you know, sort of common players from the 50s just haven't held up as much as like the huge stars of that time. And so this card is down 413 spots to ranked 459th in my collection. At number 45, my original rank was this 1972 Topps Nolan Ryan in a BVG 4. So this one ranks now at 252nd, so it's down 207 spots for the Nolan Ryan, and this is from 72 Topps Nolan Ryan. All right, guys, at number 44 was this 83 Donruss rookie of Tony Gwynn in an 8.5. And this would be down 346 spots to 390th in my collection. Next two cards are cards that I have not gotten graded. The 52 Topps Irv Palika was at number 43 in really bad condition. So I just never got it graded. And then the interesting thing, I actually had this Tanaka. You know, it's like, you know, typical when a rookie gets hot. This Tanaka short print from 2014 Topps Archives was kind of a big deal when, you know, and that's why it ranked at number 42 at the time. And now the interesting thing is I did this video July 8th, 2014. So he had just started his rookie season when I did that video, and of course has since retired. It feels like it's been so long since Tanaka retired. So it's just interesting, like over that time period of doing videos, Tanaka has gone from a rookie to retired, and you know, a totally new generation of players have come along. So kind of interesting. At number 41 was this Willie Mays. So the Willie Mays cards have held up pretty good. This is so far is the highest ranked card at 170th. So at the time it was number 41 in my collection, and now it would rank at 170th, down 129 spots for this 1969 Topps Willie Mays. Beautiful card there. Just the cool thing with this video is a fun way of kind of showing off some cards that I haven't shown off in a while, like this one, which is really random. So I had this at number 40. This is a Bowman Sterling Gold card of Carlos Santana. It's just kind of random. And this one doesn't really have any, I can't even really find a value on it. I'm imagining it's probably, you know, worth maybe $30. But yeah, this is numbered to 50. It's a gold refractor of Carlos Santana, who's had a decent career since I've done this video. At number 39 was this old school 52 Topps Jim Hegan, which again, you know, I have it ranked at 591st in my collection. So this has gone from my 39th best card in my collection down 552 spots to 591 for the Jim Hegan. And you guys know my dad grew up he's a big fan of 52 Topps and handed down a couple of cards to me. So that's one of those cards. At number 38, this is kind of interesting. So I had this Miguel Sano, was number 38 in my collection. I'd be lucky if this is worth like $10 to $15 now. So this was graded a 9, and you can see here numbered to 199. The Bowman Platinum Miguel Sano card. I can't even tell you the ranking on it because it's probably close to worthless. Next card up, the original rank was 37th, and at the time it was in a Gem Mint, one of these bogus companies, Gem Mint. It was a Gem Mint 10, and then I cracked it out, submitted it. Actually, no, first I submitted it in the Gem holder, and PSA refused to grade it. Then I cracked it out and submitted it again to PSA, and it came back as an 8. And this card, I paid $300 for this card originally, and then got it graded twice. So one of the worst purchases I've ever made, and I've mentioned that a couple times on my channel. The A-Rod 94 SP, it is down 312 spots from its original ranking of 37th to 349 is where it would rank now. Next up at number 36, my original rank was this Cal Ripken rookie, 82 Donruss, graded an 8.5. Didn't drop as much as the Cal Ripken, but it hasn't held up that well. It's down 246 spots to 282nd. All right, next up at number 35, in my original, and I was surprised I was able to dig this card up. I still have it. The Jose Abreu Mini. I had this at number 35 in my original list, numbered to 199. And you can see there's a little bit of chipping there, which is why I never got the card graded. I'm assuming not worth that much, but really good card. And, a guy that's definitely, underrated. Maybe one of the most underrated players in baseball cards. Like, just people don't pay big money for Jose Abreu, but a fantastic player. At number 34, the 2013 Bowman Sterling John Gray. That was my 34th best card. I did this video, obviously, when he was still with the Rockies at the time. But this was graded an 8.5. It's not even like a high grade or anything, but it is, let's see, numbered to 50. And John Gray, he's had a decent career, but, I don't know if he's lived up to, like, the hype that, some other pitchers and hitters have from that time. Next up at number 33, original list, was this Robinson Cano. I had this Robinson Cano from 2000 Bowman Chrome. Was my 33rd best card. So now, based on where Vintage Card Prices has it, it's ranked 338th, which is actually a lot higher than I thought it would be, being that it's a BGS 9, and Cano, obviously, having the career, his career, when in 2014, he was a surefire Hall of Famer, and now he's a surefire not Hall of Famer. So, with the steroids and the way he's finished off his career, I just don't see it happening at this point. At number 32 of my original ranking, and one of my favorite cards, this was part of my childhood collection, is the 84 Donruss Don Mattingly. And you guys know this is a very special card for me, one of the first big cards I ever picked up. Don Mattingly being one of my favorite players of all time. So even though it's, gone from 32nd to 267th, down 235 spots, it will always have more value to me than, anybody else. At number 31, and I'm surprised I still have this card, but at number 31 was Nick Franklin from 2013 Bowman Sterling. I had this ranked at 31st because you can see on the back it was numbered 1 of 3. And at the time, there was some hope that Nick Franklin would, pan out for the Seattle Mariners. Obviously, that didn't really work out. I think he played with a couple of teams, never really caught on. And so I'm assuming this card is probably as close to worthless as it can be, but still, still have the card, and it's kind of cool that I still have it. But probably worth like $5 to $10 at this point. At number 30, now a card that is not worth $5 to $10 is this Mike Trout card. This is a 2013 Topps Chrome Black. And you can see here on the back, it is numbered to 99. There was actually a purchase at one time where this particular card, the black in a 9.5, sold for $5,000. So, I don't think it's worth anywhere close to that. I think somebody got it at the peak value that this card could possibly go for. There is one right on eBay right now, almost like the exact same card for $4,000. I have it actually ranked in my top 50 cards still. So this is a card that was number 30 on my list. I have it down to number 39 on my list, only down 9 spots. So that's kind of crazy for it to only, you guys see all the cards that I picked up over the years, and this card is only down 9 spots. In fact, it's the one besides maybe 1 or 2 cards at the bottom or at the top of the list has dropped the least in terms of ranking. So that one's still on there. At number, let's see where we at here. We are at, at number 29 from the original list, 1990 Leaf. One of the classic cards, 1990 Leaf Frank Thomas. I had this at number 29 and has dropped 343 spots to 372nd in my collection. One of my favorite cards of all time from one of my favorite sets, the 1990 Leaf set. Next up, originally at number 28, the 1976 Topps Nolan Ryan, dropping 141 spots to 169th. Really cool card in a BGS 8 of the 1976 Topps Nolan Ryan. Next up, 1985 Topps. So in the video, I featured a Maguire rookie in an 8.5. At some point, I must have given that card away as part of my one of many epic giveaways. I did replace it with a PSA 9 version that I think looks a lot nicer, but that the 8.5 is no longer in my collection. At number 26 and there's a big card from my childhood collection. This was the Fleer update, the 1992 Fleer update, Mike Piazza, dropping 188 spots from number 26 to number 214. At number 25 is a big card, the 2011 Topps update, Mike Trout. I used to own that card in a BGS 9. I remember it was sitting in a Commons box, and I ended up doing a giveaway. I gave that card away, and so I no longer have the 2011 Topps Update base card. And of course, I've replaced it with the Diamond, but I do not own the original card that I showed in that video, the BGS 9. Unfortunately, I gave that away in an epic giveaway. At number 24 was this Del Rice, 1952 Topps Del Rice in a BGS or BVG 6. Down 423 spots to 447. Mariano Rivera. Another card. It's just crazy to think that, he was still playing when I did that video. And 1992 Bowman this was my 23rd best card. It looks like, again, of him in Panama. One of my favorite sets, the 1992 Bowman set. Down 205 spots to 228. And then at number 22 was this 56 Topps Duke Snider. And this was number 22 on my list, is now down 255 spots to number 277 in my collection. And there you can see it's a BVG 5.5. Cool that I still have these cards in my collection and I didn't give them all away. All right, and number 21, and this is kind of the fun part of going back and looking at your collection from, top 50. So I have this as my 21st best card, Michael Wacha. I had 2013 Bowman Sterling. I guess it's, numbered to, 75. Michael Wacha at number 21 in my collection, ahead of, the Mike Trout card and, you know, the Nolan Ryan and, you know, some of the other cards that I just showed you guys. Michael Wacha was number 21 for whatever reason. I don't even know if it has any value at this point. But yeah, you know, that's how things have changed over the years. At number 20, this is one of my favorite cards in my collection, the Robin Roberts, 1956 Topps Robin Roberts. This is in a BVG 7. You guys know I love that 56 Topps set. Now ranked at 187th in my collection. So number 20 to number 187, down 167 spots. At number 19, go figure, the guy that didn't even get to play in the playoffs this year, Aroldis Chapman, Topps Tribute. This one's numbered to 25. And, you know, again, I don't know if it even has any value at this point, but it's just kind of funny that I had it ranked as my number 19th best card 9 years ago, the Aroldis Chapman Topps Tribute card. Next up at number 18, the guy that may win the National League MVP this year, Paul Goldschmidt. This is from Bowman Platinum. Just kind of random that I think I pulled this out of a pack. This one I had at number 18 because he's going to win MVP. At least I think he's going to win MVP in the National League. This card is actually done pretty well, and it's ranked currently at 153rd. So it's only down 135 spots. But this is a Paul Goldschmidt refractor. I believe it. Is it numbered? No, maybe not. Just a regular refractor. Next up at number 17, another 52 Topps card, Bob Swift in a 5.5. This was number 17. It's down 300 spots to 317. At number 16 was the classic Ken Griffey Jr. in a BGS 9. You know, you guys know that I replaced this. I now own the PSA 10 version of this, but I still held on to the BGS 9 because it's, you know, part of my childhood collection. And this card has gone from the 16th best card in my collection. Right now it would be ranked at 175, so down 159 spots. Next up at number 15. So I had this card at number 15, the 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson in a PSA 8. So this actually is not the card I showed off in the video. In the video, I think I ended up getting this card in like you know, a best of leaf already graded, and then I think I gave away the card that I featured in this video. So the one that's in that video is I no longer in my collection, but now I have a PSA 8 version. At number 14 is the 1972 Topps Carlton Fisk rookie. So this was number 14. It is now ranked 232, so down 218 spots. So just to give you an idea of how many cards I've added since then. At number, let's see, what are we at? 13 is the George Brett 1975 Topps rookie. Was ranked at number 13, down 136 spots to 149. And then number 11, card from my childhood collection. This was, when growing up, this was the best card in my collection. Anytime anybody asked me, this was without a doubt the best card in my collection, and has gone from the 11th best card in my collection, well, first best card in my collection, to 11th when I did that video back in 2014, to now being ranked 135th in my collection. So down basically 134 spots from where it originally was growing up. All right, guys, so top 10 cards from my original list back in 2014. At number 10, I had the Steven Strasburg Auto. So this was from 2010, Bowman Chrome. This was a card that I originally got a redemption. Topps never sent me the redemption and then sent me this as a replacement card. But happy to get this one instead of the Bowman Sterling that I would have gotten. But even with that being said, it is down 177 spots from the time I did that video to 187th, although it probably should be ranked even lower than that. At number 9 from my original list, and one of my favorite cards, again, from my childhood collection, the Ted Gray, the 1950 Bowman Ted Gray. I'm not sure what the value of this is. Like, there's not too many 8s that get sold. And then, of course, BVG 8s from 1950 Bowman Ted Grays that are out there. So I don't know what it's worth now, but I'm sure it's would be down a lot. But again, worth a lot more to me than anybody else. All right, at number, let's see, number 8. It's kind of interesting. I had this at number 8. The 1955 Topps Al Rosen. And I think I had this really high on my list because of the grade, BVG 8. But because it's a BVG 8, it's not worth as much. Down 296 spots from the 8th best card in my collection to 304 in my collection. Next up at number 7 is this Warren Spahn, which was one of my best cards growing up, 1953 Bowman. Really cool card, one of the greatest pitchers ever. Down 81 spots to 188. Then at number 6, the 1956 Topps Yogi Berra in a BVG 7, down 128 spots to 134. For some reason, I thought I had lost this card. I hadn't looked at it in a while. It is a beautiful card. I remember I got this at a show and kind of picked it out ungraded and then got it graded by Beckett. All right, guys, we are in the top 5 from my original video from 9 years ago. At number 5 at the time was this Mike Schmidt card. This was ungraded when I did the video, and I sent it off to Beckett, and it came back as an 8, which is a pretty awesome grade for it to come back as an 8, ungraded. I have it ranked right now actually as 65th in my collection, so not down as much as a lot of these other cards. So down 60 spots from number 5 in my collection to number 65. Number 4, so this is an interesting, really interesting card that I haven't looked at in a long time. The Buster Posey card from 2010 Bowman Sterling. I looked at the Pop Report, and as of doing this video, even in 9 years later, it is the only pristine Buster Posey Bowman Sterling, like the non-auto version, whether it be refractor or whatever. This is the refractor version. It's the only Beckett pristine Bowman Sterling card. So not sure what it's worth, but I had it at number 4 in my collection. Obviously, it would be down many spots versus where it was, definitely not 4th in my collection anymore, but still a really cool card. Buster Posey, Pristine 10. At number 3 in my collection was the 52 Topps Tom Morgan. The reason why it was so highly ranked is because it's part of the high-numbered series. It's a short print and also a Yankee rookie. And this card still kind of holds up. It would still be in my top 100 cards. I have it ranked as my 85th best card in my collection, down 82 spots from number 3 to number 85. Top 2 cards back from my original video, and number 2 in that original video was the 64 Topps Mickey Mantle in a PSA 6. This card has got right now would be ranked 79th in my collection, so down 77 spots from a beautiful card from number 2 to number 79. And then, of course, the card that kind of changed it all, that really kind of got me to do more videos and really got me back into collecting, the 39 play ball Joe DiMaggio that I got right before. That was the reason why I ended up doing that video, because I wanted to show off my top 50 with this card being number 1. And this card was my number 1 card in my original video. It would be ranked 31st today, so down 30 spots from number 1 to number 31. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I know it went on a little long. Let me know what you think of my new Ric Flair card. Just wanted to get it, wanted to really add that to the collection. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It was just fun for me to kind of reminisce and think about that original video that I did and where things stacked up, whether I still even had the card still. I did a lot of digging. It actually took me a while to put this video together. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you later.